Yo, what is up, guys? You sexy ass motherfuckers. Welcome back to yet another Rome 2 Total War Siege battle. This is going to be another Chariots or OP battle, and you guys will definitely find out why here sooner rather than later. Today, we're going to be playing on the map of Cath. It's going to be the great, overpowered Roman Empire, moving in with a lot of legionary Hastati and auxiliary and Syrian archers, and then the mighty Arverni as well, moving in with some Levy freemen, a lot of Celtic warriors, chosen swordsmen, and oathsworn, as well as 3 units of naked warriors. Great charge bonus, but very susceptible to archers. Over on the defending side, it's going to be me and my buddy Sparta playing, I'm sorry, King of Sparta, over here playing as Saba, whilst I will be playing as the great Swaby. Surprisingly, I don't actually have to play as Club Levy Swaby in this battle. If you guys watch my stream, you know that I have an option to force me to play as Club Levy Spam Swaby. If you guys didn't know, I do stream on twitch.tv/CAPN4IS, so make sure you guys check that out as well. Also, if you guys are a fan of coffee, this video is sponsored by Gamer Grind Company. They are a very high quality, delicious coffee company made specifically for gamers. My personal favorite is the Headshot Coffee. If you guys check it out, there will be a link down in the description below. Let's go ahead and go into normal speed and get into the battle over here. Of course, you guys can see I'm just peppering the Roman Empire with artillery, trying to get as many kills as I can. Again, Rome is very, very overpowered in Rome 2 Total War, go figure. And so I'm trying to deal as much damage to their infantry as I can, getting a lot of kills on these Hastati and these legionaries. Hopefully I don't cough or sniffle too much for you guys. Just want to warn you guys ahead of time, I am a little bit sick. I just got my flu shot today, and it seems to be kicking my ass. So if I sniffle or cough or whatever today, that is why. But just watch as the great Romans fall to the fiery balls of justice of the Boer boys. Honestly, I didn't even really think about that. What is their symbol? Is that... Oh, okay, it's a horse. For a second, I thought it was a flying boar. I was thinking Avatar, if you guys have seen Avatar. If you guys haven't, then stop the video and go watch Avatar right now, because holy shit, it's such a good series. But I thought this was the symbol of the flying boar. But it's actually just a giant head with really fluffy hat on top and a ponytail, riding a mechanical horse. Kind of cool. Didn't know that Swaby was a horse-related faction. I don't know. If you guys know the historical reference of Swaby and what their specialty was, please let me know down in the comments down below, because I actually have no idea. But yeah, we're getting a lot of kills with those ballista, but it looks like we are finally out of ammo. But we dealt a decent number to the enemy units, almost at 150 kills. 1 kill off from 150 with that ballista. Moving back over to Arverni. Arverni has only moved up a couple of units of Celtic warriors, as well as a unit of Levy freemen. Saba kind of returning the favor and moving up a couple of units of Sabian swordsmen, or Sabian swordsmen? That sounds a little bit better, to be able to combat against these enemy units. Over here, excuse me, I've got a few units of Club Levy, these absolutely beautiful Club Levy, the greatest unit in the game. Absolutely love them with their mighty hammers, mighty clubs, and beautiful shields, ready to be able to hold the line against the mighty Roman Empire, as well as a lot of archers over in the front line to be able to get a lot of shots as the Romans try to run in, hopefully getting them while they're exposed, and while they aren't using their shields to be able to block my arrows. They are going to try to start moving in with their legionaries. Again, I'm moving up this initial wave of Club Levy to be able to combat against them. So hopefully we'll be able to do some good damage against them. I got some Club Levy charging into that Hastati. I thought this legionary was going to go ahead and try to push through that hole, but for some reason they didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and charge into these Hastati and completely surround them, hopefully breaking them here pretty quickly, while my next unit of Club Levy is over here holding off against that remainder of legionaries that we were firing against, as well as another unit of legionaries that we were firing against as well, and getting so much fire on them with all of these bows. The Cimbri bowwomen are arguably one of my favorite archers in the entire game. Their melee is insane. They've got a great amount of range, and they've actually got a lot of damage for barbarian archers. They can do a lot of work, so I absolutely love. If I'm going to be playing as a barbarian faction, they are definitely my preferred archer to bring. This unit of Hastati already breaking to the might of the club levy, as well as these legionaries breaking to the combined forces of just so many ranged units firing at them, as well as a lot of javies shooting at them as well. We've got a large clumping of Hastati moving in to be able to push against my club levy. I've got one unit of club levy doing what they can to be able to get some fire into the backs of this Hastati. And then I've got some mercenary mass gap marauders, which is a beautiful unit. With their axes are incredible and their shields are amazing, but very powerful unit here to support me by my ally. Moving back over to our Verni, these Sabian swordsmen are doing a fantastic job fighting against these Celtic warriors. They are a little bit more elite than those Celtic warriors, so they should hopefully win that battle. And then, of course, the enemy is going to try to line up some more Celtic warriors up top to be able to hopefully get some javelin fire in. Our Verni beginning to move in their units of chosen swordsmen, as well as I would assume their archers, but their archers do have a sneak ability, so that way whenever they're moving up to the walls, you won't be able to see them until they actually start firing at you, which is scary, but not too bad either. Rome doing whatever they can, pushing in so many different units of Hastati, just trying to be able to get some fire, or I'm sorry, just trying to overwhelm my blood swarm and my club levy, but my club levy doing a fantastic job getting a decent amount of kills. I mean, this unit of club levy only got 46 kills, but they did their job. They held against the great Roman Empire, the absolute just madness that Rome is doing. I don't know why Rome has pushed up 5 different units at the same time, but Rome has also finally pushed up their archers to hopefully support their infantry as well. They've made a slight mistake here. They've kind of allowed themselves to show their backs to my archers, so I'm going to utilize this and hopefully get as much fire as I possibly can against the Roman Empire. My club levy are finally beginning to break, but not after doing a decent amount of damage against these Romans. They're not going to get a ton of damage off right off the bat because those Romans are heavily armored and they do a lot of damage. Again, Rome is the most overpowered faction in this game. You always got to be careful whenever people bring them because they will do a lot of damage. But again, my club levy doing a great job of just trying to get as many kills as they possibly can against these legionaries and Hastati. Moving back over to Arverni. Arverni's doing a great job moving in to be able to help support his ally, moving in a lot of units of chosen swordsmen, moving down those levy freemen and those Celtic warriors, doing whatever they can to try to break through these desert levy and these Sabian swordsmen. Breaking a little bit, but that's okay. It's going to happen. They're just trying to do as much damage as they possibly can to be able to break through. My ally also has 2 units of desert chariots over here. Cheaper chariot union, but if used correctly, again, chariots are, oh, and look at those fucking swords. That's just brutal. Imagine being sliced with one of those things. That just, yeah, your legs are just gone. You're not going to survive that. That looks terrifying. As well as a unit of royal cavalry from them as well. And a bunch of Sabian swordsmen. Still has a lot of units down in the back ready to push in and fight. The Roman Empire utilizing a couple of gaps to be able to push through. And using their archers to be able to fight against us as well, doing a great job of being able to try to push us back, but we have successfully pushed them back on this side with the combined fire of just so many archers firing into their legionaries and Hastati and the might of the Bloodsworn and the Club Levy. We are just successfully holding them back here, but Rome, just with how many units they have, they are doing whatever they can to be able to push us back here, but we are not going to give up without a fight. Again, we have a lot of archers moving in. I'm starting moving my berserkers, excuse me, and the mighty sword masters as well with their great ability. I can't remember which ability, headhunt, I think, to be able to do a lot of damage to these Roman soldiers. Rome is starting to lose a lot of troops, but so are we. They're doing a great job of being able to weaken us and be able to push through and try to do whatever they can to make sure that his allies can successfully push into the city as well. We got chosen swordsmen starting to push in now, fighting against some desert levy. Not a very tough fight. Desert levy are extremely cheap. They're basically just slave units in this game. But of course they do have silver Shenron, so the hope is that they'll be able to do a little bit, but they are about to be surrounded, and sadly, even with those absolutely gorgeous shields, I don't think they're going to be able to pull through with this one. Yeah, see, they're breaking. But successfully starting to break some more units of Celtic Warriors over here with a unit of Desert Levy and Sabian Swords getting a lot of kills. Hopefully, soon they'll be able to turn around some of these units and be able to support their troops over on the front line. Moving over to the Great Roman Empire, still fighting against my Bloodsworn. Oh, hold on. Go into slow motion real quick, because this is the moment that I was trying to talk about earlier. This is the great moment of the Desert Chariots moving in and just absolutely decimating these Roman soldiers. Their archers were so busy trying to shoot at my berserkers and shoot at my sword masters that they did not see the Desert Chariots coming in to fight against and break through their already extremely weakened units of Hastati and legionaries. And these Desert Chariots are going to absolutely destroy these Roman units. And if he doesn't pay attention and turn around to be able to throw some javies at them, then they're not going to be able to fight against them. But already getting 140 kills, and it's moving up so much. Just absolutely tearing through the Roman lines. Armored legionaries, Hastati. Hopefully you guys can't hear that in the background. The dishwasher's just trying to let me know that it's now drying. It likes to be loud sometimes. But yeah, 230 kills and still going, only having lost 2 Desert Chariots, moving through the Roman ranks. Absolutely decimating them and getting so many kills. It's insane. Yeah, no, that was a very, very good play by my ally, by King of Sparta, by Saba, getting a fuck ton of kills against these Roman infantry, over 300 kills so far, and still has 16 troops left. Yeah, that's just crazy. And they are going to successfully get that unit of chariots out of there. And I do believe they still have another fresh unit of chariots ready to be able to charge in and get some kills as well. But yeah, that was a perfect moment. That was a huge turning point. And I don't know if it was now or later. But after Rome got decimated by the chariots, they left. They were they were not very happy about that at all, and they left. And I think that's moment, because it looks like the general is going to start moving in. And usually whenever the general moves into the front lines like that, it's either the enemy is losing and they're just trying to be able to get as many kills as they can, or the AI is taken over. So yeah, the Roman player has left, and Legatus is left to fend for himself against the great Swaby army, as well as these chariots. 12 chariots left, 330 kills. And mind you, this is the first time, according to Sparta, this is one of the first times that he's ever really used chariots. So very, very great play from him. He decimated he used those at the most perfect time, absolutely getting so many kills against the Roman army, and still able to utilize those chariots and get a ton more kills, and still has a lot of troops left over. Still has a lot of Sabian swordsmen, still got his archers, still got some spearmen and stuff, so still ready to be able to hold. But the battle is definitely not over yet. Arverni still has a very, very fresh army. I have been weakened by a lot. I don't have that many troops left. I was fighting against Rome, so I would hope that I wouldn't have too many troops left, because Rome is a very difficult opponent to fight, and I'll definitely be losing a lot more troops while I try to clean up the Roman Empire. But yes, Arverni is going to start to move in the remainder of their troops to be able to begin their attack on the city itself. I am going to try to push out and finally take out this general, and hopefully be able to move out and attack these archers, which are getting a decent amount of kills, especially against my unarmored units. They're really focusing on the swordsmasters, the poor bastards. The swordmasters is such an elite unit, but they're not armored. They're not very, Swaby in general just isn't an armored faction, so against archers, they are very susceptible, but again, very powerful. You just have to be careful against the elite archers, such as the Syrian, auxiliary Syrian archers. The Roman Empire is starting to break through me over here. These Bloodsworn are just taking a lot of archer fire, as well as trying to fight armored legionaries. I am going to go ahead and move over a fresh unit of swordmasters to be able to hopefully flank against those armored legionaries and do as much damage as I can. And noticing that I still got a lot of units here on the front line, I'm actually going to go ahead and move back around and hopefully get my units over into the front lines and stop these swords stop these archers from firing at me, because they're doing a lot of damage, and they're going to get a lot of flanking fire on these swordsmasters as well. So I need to be careful. Again, against a exhausted unit of swordmasters, they're going to be able to do a fantastic job, but I have to be careful. I need to move up my archers to be able to help support me, and I need to move up more units. And Arverni is going to move up a couple of units of naked warriors. It's a perfect target for them. This is going to be a great location because it's out in the open, so they can use that mighty charge bonus that they have to be able to come in and really deal a nasty blow to my units. Those Berserkers getting 185 kills so far and still berserking as well. If you guys didn't know, that little symbol right there just means that they're going berserk right now. And whenever they go berserk, they're always fresh. They never tire, and they just do so much damage. So that's why Berserkers are just so good, because they have so many great abilities as well as the ability to not tire out. So they can definitely do a huge number. But yeah, those guys are definitely doing a heavy number to my Sword Masters, but we are finally able to break through these Armored Legionaries with the death of their general. They broke at 76 units. Again, Rome, having lost their general, isn't the biggest thing in the world because they have such a good morale bonus in general, but it's still, just like everybody else, it does affect them. So in this case, it really helps me out to be able to thin out their numbers enough so that way we could hopefully move on to the next units. And the Roman Empire is going to start moving up some auxiliary Syrian archers to fight against my Berserkers and hopefully take them out, which they are. There's only one Berserker left, but that one Berserker can still get a lot of kills. I've seen a single Berserker that's going berserk get like 50 kills just by themselves, just because the enemy wasn't paying attention. It's just a single Berserker after all. Why would you pay attention to it? But yeah, Berserkers are an extremely powerful unit, and if used correctly, with, you know, supported by another unit, utilizing their abilities, they can do a lot of damage. So they sent up their Naked Warriors, which is a perfect shot for archers. Again, the term Naked Warriors means that they have no armor. They're just, you know, fucking shirtless, pantless dudes in little togas with giant shields charging in. And they're fearsome. They can do a lot of damage, but if they get shot at by any sort of range fire, they will melt very quickly, so you have to be very careful with them as well. But yeah, they're going to move up their Naked Warriors and hopefully do some damage against me. And then Rome, AI Rome doing a great job of trying to get some flanking shots, get some flanking charges against my guys, but because we were able to break these Naked Warriors, I was lucky enough to be able to turn around and charge against these auxiliary Syrian archers, and that's going to be the end of the mighty Roman Empire. Again, they only have one unit of auxiliary Syrian archers left, but they're out of ammo. There's not too much that they can do. They could probably get a couple more kills, but they're not going to do too much. And so the AI is going to turn them around and have them charge against the mighty Sword Masters, and hopefully do some damage. And I'm actually going to turn my Sword Masters around and get a flank on these Naked Warriors and hopefully break these guys here pretty quick, because I only have a depleted unit of 30 Bloodsworn left fighting against those Naked Warriors. So the hope is that we can hopefully break these guys quickly and then turn around and take out those archers. Plus, I got some free units, a unit of Kimbri Bowwomen that are out of ammo, as well as a fairly fresh unit of Sword Masters. I mean, they're exhausted, but they still have decent amount of numbers coming in to be able to fight against those auxiliary Syrian archers. We are over here fighting against a unit of Mighty Oathsworn, one of the most powerful units in the game. Saba has a unit of Spearmen holding off against these Chosen Swords and these Oathsworn as well. I'm going to be moving my archers over here soon to hopefully get some flanking fire on these Oathsworn and on these Chosen Swordsmen. But yeah, still two units of Oathsworn as well as an Oathsworn general that's very, very scary, because Oathsworn by themselves can take out an entire army if used correctly, or if lucky enough. They are an extremely powerful and dangerous unit, so you have to be careful about that. Those Naked Warriors coming back from running away, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Berserkers. I'm not going to use the abilities or anything because they should be able to fight against these Naked Warriors, but I'm going to charge my Berserkers in and hopefully finish off these Naked Warriors so we don't have to worry about them. But yes, now I'm finally using my archers to get some nice flanking fire on these Chosen Swordsmen, which is beautiful. They're showing their butts. Okay, right now I'm focusing down the Oathsworn because they're scary, but soon I'll be able to turn around and fight against these Chosen Spearmen, because any Chosen unit, Arverni is extremely good because all of their powerful units are slightly cheaper. The only thing that they really lack is an archer support. Their archers are okay, but not nearly as good as like Syrian heavy archers. But their heavy units really make up for it because they can do a huge number of damage to them. But I mean, against archer fire, just like anybody else, if you got an arrow getting shot right up your bum, you're not going to be fighting for very long. It's not going to feel great. So right now these guys are getting absolutely melted because they got all of my archers focusing fire on these guys to hopefully help out these Sabian spearmen and these mass Gat marauders as well. And we are keeping these two units of Oathsworn distracted. I got my general unit of Swordmasters as well as the unit of Berserkers inside of the fight. We are going to start using all of our abilities to be able to hopefully take out these Oathsworn as well. Berserkers are a great unit to be able to fight against Oathsworn because they have so many great abilities that increase their damage, their charge damage, their melee attack, and their morale. And if they start going berserk, yeah, no, those Oathsworn are going to have trouble. The Oathsworn may be extremely powerful, but those berserkers could definitely do a number on them. Plus, being supported by the mighty Swordmasters, the Swordmaster stats are definitely nothing to be trifled with a 32 charge bonus, 43 melee attack, and 40 weapon damage, as well as a 80 armor. They're more powerful than any legionary. I mean, at least in the sense of damage, they can do a lot of it. I'm going to be going ahead and sending a couple of units of Swordmasters as well as my bows over around the flank to hopefully get up on these walls and take out these archers, and potentially flank around and engage with this enemy general as well. My ally is starting to move up more units. He's still got 3 units of Sabian swordsmen in the back, so he'll be able to move that up if we really need it. But we've still got a decent amount of troops here, so hopefully we can take out our Verni. We'll see, though, because our Verni does still have a lot of elite troops. So hopefully we'll be able to take them out soon. I'm going to go ahead and retreat my archers back inside of the city to be able to position them here and hopefully get some flanking shots against those Oathsworn. But they are starting to break through those mercenary Mascat marauders, doing a lot of damage. I mean, those Oathsworn, that one Oathsworn unit, 4 dead men, and has 78 kills. Insane. Oathsworn do so much damage, especially if you have second wind. Right now they're winded. If you could second wind them and make them fresh every time that they utilize their headhunt ability, they can do a lot of damage, as well as still having 2 units of relatively fresh Oathsworn fighting against my Swordmasters and my Berserker. Where'd the Berserkers go? Oh, okay, I retreated them because they're exhausted. I didn't have my second one ready yet, so I was hoping that I could go ahead and refresh those guys. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and move up on the walls and start taking out these Gallic Hunters as well. I don't want them to be able to have any ranged ability to be able to shoot into the backs or overhead into my unarmored troops. So I got one of my units of Swordmasters right here fighting against them. And then also a very depleted unit of Club Levy that was been fighting since the very beginning. So yeah, Club Levy are definitely very good if used properly. They can do a lot of damage. Just look at them climbing up the tower with their mighty shields on the back of them. It looks incredible. I don't know why he just got off the shield on that second post. Why? Okay, little confused here. There we go. And Saba moving in the Royal Marib Cavalry as well as the rest of his Sabian swords. And there's the mass break of the Oathsworn. GG's to my enemies. Our Verni, even having seen his Roman ally get defeated and leave the battle, still stayed and still tried his best to be able to fight, and utilizing those Oathsworn to the best of their ability. It was just too much. We still had too many units left over. They were just outnumbered, and his men just kind of gave up on it. Overall, a fantastic battle. Thank you so much to both my enemies and my ally alike for playing in it. It was definitely a very, very fun one. Let's go ahead and look at the statistics of each army. I don't mean to brag or anything, but you know, most kills in the game is Saba. Just brush off the shoulders a little bit here with 2,538 kills. My ally, King of Sparta, getting 1,980 kills. Han Solo, the Roman player, getting 1,561 kills. And Charlie Gasson, a viewer of the stream, a friend, and somebody that I play with every once in a while, getting 1,595 kills. Those Kimbri Bro women, you know, getting a little over 100 kills, staying around the 100, so not bad. Definitely paying for themselves with 300 and something gold that they cost. General Swordmaster getting 105 kills. One unit of Berserkers getting 220. Another one getting 60. The Bloodsworn always doing well. I always get a lot of kills with the Bloodsworn. Club Levy not holding as much of their own as of late. I mean, not doing terrible considering they were the front line, but not doing as much as they usually do. And then the final 2 units of Swordmasters, getting almost 300 kills on that one and 228 kills on that one. Sparta doing a great job with his archers. The Chariots getting 207 kills. We missed his other Chariots. I wish that we had seen that. That's my bad. But yeah, one of the Chariots getting 355 kills. Another one getting 207 kills. His Desert Levy getting 167 kills and 111 kills with those silver chevrons. Not bad. Mascat Marauders doing a fantastic job. And of course, he had a lot of Sabian swordsmen in reserves just in case we needed them. But the Sabian swordsmen that were fighting doing a great job. Rome getting a couple hundred kills on his legionaries. Getting 100 kills on all of his archers. And doing pretty decent with his Sadi as well, and then Charlie doing some work with his Celtic warriors. Chosen swordsmen, of course, they're chosen swordsmen, getting almost 300 kills, a little over 200 kills on 2 of them. Naked warriors not doing too much, and then the Oathsworn they broke before they could do too much, but still, even for the little bit of time that they fought, they still did a very, very good. So overall, a great battle. And very fun one to play. Again, thank you to my enemies and allies for playing. It was a pleasure. Hopefully I get to play with you guys again soon. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you guys liked it and you want to see more of it, please be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that like button. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite part of the video was. And if you guys didn't like it, make sure you guys leave that dislike. Let me know down in the comments below why you didn't like it. I'm always looking to be able to improve my content for you guys, be able to try to bring the best content that I can for you guys as possible. So any feedback helps. Again, I do stream at twitch.tv/CAPN4IS. That's the number 4, not spelled out. So make sure you guys come and follow me. I'd love to be able to talk to you guys in real time and see you guys on the battlefield in Rome too. But until next time, guys, much love to all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching the video again. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.